All right. What's up, everybody? What's the deal? My name is Sydney. I'm 17, and I am a part of KCBCGC as well as the Hype program, and I am a part of the advisory committee. Today, we're going to have a real interesting conversation. But before we get into that, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves.
Okay, my name is Tayon McCoy, and I am 16 years old, and I am a part of the Kansas City Girls Choir, and I did attend the parade, and I'm here to talk about that today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Raylan Green.
My name is Riley Green.
I am 16 years old,
I am 11 years old.
and I am a part of the Kansas City Boys and Girls Choir.
Hi, my name is Amira White. I'm 17 years old and I'm a part of the Kansas City Girls Choir.
Hey y'all, my name is Charlene. I'm 17 years old. I attend University Academy. I'm a part of the Kansas City Girls Choir, and I also attended the parade.
All right. So now everybody. Oh, wait. I forgot one person, I guess.
Anyways, my name is Cameron Ritchie. I am 14 years old and I'm a part of the Kansas City Boys Choir. Thank you, Sydney.
You're not welcome. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, I think we introduced everybody now. But as you all know, on Wednesday after the Chiefs parade, well, actually during the Chiefs parade, there is an interesting situation. Someone started shooting. I believe someone was shooting nearby, and then there was another incident actually in the parade. And so, as you heard, a couple of our choristers except for me, Raylan, and Riley, I believe, were at the parade. And so today we just want to talk about how impactful that was for them who were there and those of us who were watching. So, for whoever wants to jump in first of all, where were you? Like, what street were you on? Just tell me how the experience was before everything went down.
Okay, I can go first. Before everything happened, I actually had fun there. Everybody was saying, "Oh, excuse me." From where I was at, everybody was being polite, and there was not really anything going on. And I was actually on the side of Union Station, so I was kind of like in that area where the incident happened. But before the incident, it was just really nice. It was nothing really too serious happening at the moment.
Um,
I,
oh, never mind.
well, um, I was like in the middle of Union Station, in like the like where the stage was kind of at. But before then, it was just like a happy environment. Everyone was like dabbing each other up. Everybody was happy about the parade until the incident happened.
So we had got there like kind of like the beginning where the trucks and stuff were going by. So we were kind of everywhere basically. And then we had walked down to Union Station. So we were like by the T-Mobile Center. And then after the trucks and stuff or the buses and stuff went by, we walked down to Union Station. But honestly, it was pretty cool. Um, it was some tension, like it was some people that were like kind of getting crazy because somebody said something, and then it was a whole bunch, but it wasn't nothing too bad. It was just argumentative things. And I had actually left before the shooting and stuff happened.
Okay, okay. Uh, I was most definitely at home. I was definitely at home with my mom and my sister. My dad was down there, but he left before everything went down. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that everybody on here is still, alive. Nobody's hurt. Everybody was able to get out safely. That's something that we should be grateful for. God is amazing. But Raylan and Riley, did y'all watch everything go down from your house?
No, actually, our cousin that lives in Florida told us about it, and that's how we knew. We didn't watch anything go down, but our cousin told us about it.
Got you. So let me start with Tayon. So Tayon, you was in that area, right?
Yes.
So tell me. Wait, hold on. Somebody said, were you scared? Were you scared being around that many people before the shooting? Everybody that was there.
Well, I to start off, I would say no because I have been to the previous parades and nothing really happened so far as anybody shooting or anyone arguing with me at least. So I wasn't really scared to be around that many people.
Yeah, I wasn't scared about it because I just thought it might be how it was when I was with Charlene the first time. Didn't think it would be too bad.
I wasn't really um afraid, because honestly, we weren't like really crowded together. It was a whole lot of people, but where we were standing, it wasn't a lot of people around, and we were walking. It was fine. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
I wasn't afraid because I was like the crowd pleaser. Like I was just trying to get everybody entertained. Like while we was waiting for the parade to actually start, it was cold out there, but I wasn't afraid. But yeah.
Hold on. Shiley said you were the crowd pleaser. That took me out. That took me out just now.
Yes.
Yes.
Like yes.
Okay. To add on to what Charlotte said, around my area, we was all happy. Like I even like when the parade was going on, I was like setting up on the gate to like get everybody to get all the football players to come to our side. So it's like I had the whole crowd. We had the whole crowd saying the football players' names and everything. So it's like before the incident happened, everybody was like coming together. Like I was talking to people around me that I didn't know. So it's just like it wasn't nothing really like, oh, something finna go down. Nobody really thought anything like that would happen.
Right.
Okay. That's good to know. So, all right, we talked about before. Let's talk about during the incident. That's the conversation. So, for everybody that was there when it happened, I know Kim, you said you left before it went down, but for those who were there in the moment when it happened, like what was going on? Like, was there a lot of noise? Was it people arguing? Just like what happened?
Okay, so from what I hear through the media, I guess it may have started through an argument, but I wasn't near the people that were arguing. But as I was leaving, you could see like every police running down to Union Station. And I'm looking like, dang, I just left there. Like, what happened? Because I didn't actually hear the shots, but like you could tell something happened because everybody was running towards there, towards Union Station.
Somebody said, were any of you close? Who was close to the actual like shooter, like that incident?
I was kind of close, and that's when a lot of stuff started to happen because I was right in the middle of it. Like I wasn't like right in the middle of the shooting, but like I was right in the middle of the Union Station. So I was kind of scared because in that moment, a lady behind me just passed out, and everybody was like, "Who knows CPR? Who knows CPR?" I was the only one who said, "I know CPR." In that moment, I was like, "Oh shoot, I might actually have to do CPR on this lady to help her." But in front of me, there was a certified nurse, and she was like, "Okay, I can do it. Don't worry about it." And the whole time I was worried because I was like, "Is she going to be okay?" I was like, I didn't want to see no one die in front of me, and it was a lot going on. There's still a lot of arguments, and how I learned CPR, it was because of in my health class. But yeah, it was just a lot going on in that moment.
Who else knows CPR? I do. I learned a couple times. I was taught at my old school, and then I was taught a couple years ago. I don't remember where a couple years ago, but I know I've been certified twice. Just
I
yeah.
know I had to learn
Amira,
it at.
someone asked Amira, where did you learn CPR?
Yeah, she just answered that question.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, my bad.
But go ahead, Cameron.
Oh, okay. So, anyways, I was certified last summer during my internship. Honestly, I kind of forgot how to. Is it like it's like 30 pumps or something? I can't remember how it goes, but it's something like that. And then we got to practice on babies too. It was actually on fake babies. Sorry, yeah.
We got the fake babies, but we got you. We got you. But Amir, first of all, shout out to you for being like brave enough for saying, "Look, I know CPR. I'm willing to help. Just let me know." And of course, we give our first responders a lot of hate, but for real, shout out to the first responders that were there during the parade, that were actually doing their jobs. Cause when we see them, they either doing something ignorant or like they just doing their job the wrong way, if that makes sense. So we appreciate the first responders that were there. We're glad everybody got out safely. But for Amira, mentally, how was that for you just watching all of that happen?
Mentally, I couldn't like really focus on anything else because, you know, I'm over here worried about, is she gonna be okay? Is the people around me gonna be okay? Like, I'm looking everywhere. I'm trying to focus on the parade, everything. But mentally, it did something to me mentally.
For those, oh my goodness, my English. For those who were watching at home, so like Raylan and Riley, y'all said y'all didn't watch it. Somebody told y'all, but who watched like the news after everything happened? Cameron, what did you? Cameron, Tayon, Shylin, and of course Amira. But how did y'all like mentally? How did y'all take that in?
So we had I forgot we went to 54th Street just to get something to eat, and then like as soon as we got seated, I looked on television. It said it was like shooting happened at the parade. I was like, whoa, and like it was kind of nerve wracking because I'm so glad that we left before that happened. But then again, I was feeling for the people that might have got injured because like at first it just said people were shot, and then it kind of went into more detail of like how many people. It was like two people in custody, and then it was like 8 to 9 people injured and stuff like that. So it just kind of kept going on gradually.
And I would like to add on to what Cameron said. Like, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people like went out to eat afterwards because everybody's hungry after standing out there for so long. So I was sitting down eating my food. You could look up on the TV, and every 5 minutes the story would change. Oh, this many people got arrested. Oh, this many people are injured. Oh, now people are dead. Like, so it's just like I'm sitting there. I'm glad that I left when I did, and right before I left, I was actually planning on walking across to Union Station where it was. So I'm glad I did it and I turned around because I also could have been one of the victims. So I'm glad I wasn't. So it's like as I'm watching the news, it kind of just got even more real for me because it's just like I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, I'm definitely grateful that you didn't go at least back to Union Station. But real quick, sidebar, Kim, why you ain't bring me no food? Okay, back to the conversation. I just thought that point needed to be made because I didn't get a plate. But anywho, somebody said, how did your parents feel about the safety of the event? For those who were there, and honestly for those who are watching at home, like how did your parents feel about y'all being out and about during that situation?
Um, if Well, I know for my mom, because I was with friends and I was actually thinking about living with them, and the phones were not working, she was more so scared for my safety and the people around me because she wouldn't be able to contact me because the phones were down. There's no way to really find me through all those people. So she was more so scared about my safety, what making sure I knew what to do in case I was in that situation. So she was just like really nervous because she wouldn't have no way to contact me or get to me.
Right, because like I know since I with my aunt, she was just kind of laid back about it because she knows that I've gone to events like this. She thought it'd just be like a regular event, but since it wasn't a regular event, I know my grandma and my grandpa, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to take more cautious of what's going on. Make sure that your phone is always charged and always like have stuff on you and stuff."
So luckily I was with both my parents and my cousins. And even though I left before, it was a couple of people had called to make sure that we were okay because they had knew that we were going. So it felt I didn't. I'm not gonna say I didn't take it as serious at first because I did because shooting is still shooting, especially with a lot of people. But I don't know. It didn't really hit me till like the day after I saw that somebody had been killed. I was like, whoa. But yeah.
Raylan and Riley, I know y'all are just kind of like hearing the conversation more so than watching it, but from what you've heard, if you were in that situation, how would you feel?
I don't know how I would feel. That's something that's unexplainable, and but I would feel scared first of all. But
Yeah, I would feel scared also because we were also in a situation like this, and if we were there, it would have been it would have been really scary.
yeah, it would have been really scary because I think like 9 or 10 of the victims were children. Isn't that correct? 9 or 10 of the victims were children, and so we honestly we were thinking about going,
Yeah.
but our dad got back home from work late and he was tired, and so we just went out to eat. We went to the movies, um, and when we sat down to eat, it like kept updating. Like it at one point it said 22 people were shot, and then 29 people the next day, and like it was just wow. That was like I'm honestly glad we didn't go, but I'm just so scared for the people that were there and the people that had to experience that. That should have never been an experience.
Somebody said to Shaw Money, since you are a big Chiefs fan, how does it feel about you? How does that change how you feel about attending other events?
Okay, so since I am a big Chiefs fan, I feel like you gotta take like more precautions of like your surroundings because you don't know if they have like any type of weapons or guns and stuff around you or with them. So so you gotta watch your surroundings and other stuff. Yeah.
Do you think your parents overreact when you're out? Will it impact you moving forward? I'm not gonna lie. My parents usually I'm not out by myself. I'm usually out with people, first of all, who are older than me. So then people that my parents know, like they know for a fact they're going to look out for me. They're going to make sure, look, we got her in case something happens. I got you. We got her phone charger. Make sure she's straight. She's not doing nothing she's not supposed to. So I feel like if I was in that situation, my parents would literally go off because first of all, you should be watching where you are everywhere. Charlene just said it. Watch your surroundings, but it will also impact me going out, moving forward, and I want to say their trust in me going out from that day forward because we don't know what's gonna happen. People are. My pastor said it. I think a couple of days ago. People are like ticking time bombs. So like you say the wrong thing, they gonna go off, and then a situation's about to happen. So I think my parents will overreact, but what would y'all parents do?
I
Um.
th-
Oh, go ahead.
I think for me and Riley, we're more like homebodies. We don't get out unless it's with our parents. Um, but yeah, whenever I think I do go. Well, I don't go out besides with my parents or with my family, or if it's to a family event and we know we're going to be good, then that's the situation.
Um, I don't think my mother overreacts when I'm out, especially because she knows I like to go places. I like to be there on this weekend and be here with this person on that weekend. And so when she's guiding me and telling me, make sure you do this, make sure you have this, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, I think it's for a good reason because events like this, especially because these type of events you can't really have any metal detectors. You can't really check people's bags because it's like a public event. So with that being said, I think my mother is taking the right precautions to me going out in places, and I also try to not go out as many times as I would like because of things like this. So I think my mother is doing like the right thing, making sure I have what I need and know what I need to do in case of situations like this.
I don't think my parents would overreact because they raised me on, check your surroundings, like be aware of your surroundings, like pay attention to people's body language. And I think that's very important for every parent to teach their child or children because it's, especially when you're out in the real world by yourself, you got to know, like, when you need to leave an event because, like, somebody might come in looking a little too, you know, so you got to know. But, um, kind of like what Riley and Raylan were saying, I really don't. 9 times out of 10, it's with people. I'm out with people that my parents know. So mainly family members are like friends that I grew up with, and my parents know their parents and stuff like that. But like almost, I know. I remember when I was younger, they would say if so and so happened, like if somebody was shooting up a place, or where would you go? And like they would either give me examples of like if it was close to a family member's house, that's where I would go. So it's just like things like that that they do, so like they can kind of trust me to know to do what the right thing is, or like to be safe.
Yeah, like what everyone else said. I don't normally go out, and if I do go out, it might be to like a basketball game or it's like another event, not like a party or nothing, because I know most of the time, most times in this area, it's just not, it's just that partying around here just doesn't really work out. But overall, I know my grandma has told me, watch who you're going out with, watch who you're out with. But normally, my grandma knows the person enough to know that I have the trust to go out and not be hurt.
Oh, somebody said if you knew anything about the shooter, would you report it 1,000%? Like, I'm not finna be no tattletale, but if you about to shoot somebody, you're not finna shoot me next, okay? So I'm finna be like, hey, 911, somebody just shot such and such behind me. We need help wherever, so we can get that shooter out of the way so we can be safe in our environment. That's me. But would y'all, or y'all snitches get stitches type situation?
Um, I'm the type of person to report what if it's something wrong and then you're actually hurting people in front and I just sit back and don't do nothing. I feel like that's wrong on my part as well. So I am the type of person to report. I will definitely call and be like, "Hey, I know this person. I know how to never mind." But I will definitely call and be like, "Hey, I know this person. They're doing this. Come quickly. They hurting people." That's how I would have handled the situation.
I think how I would handle it, I would have been like, "Hello, somebody shooting. What? I don't know, but I know I would report it though. I wouldn't just let it be, cause you're not about to shoot everybody, and no."
First, I think after they said that, I'm going to get away from them real quick, as quick as possible. But then also call the police or the local authorities as quick as possible. Because like what Tayon was saying is, not to add on what she was saying, if I know you're about to do something wrong, don't expect me not to say anything. Because I will. Not gonna say that you gonna know it's me that said it. Because you probably not. Like, hey, I didn't say nothing, but somebody's about to do some wrong. So Yeah, if I know something is about to go bad, I'm definitely gonna report.
Somebody said, "Are you all aren't scared to report?" I'm not personally because first of all, you know how police reports get a little twisted up, so you'll be like, "Oh, I'm associated with such and such. Such and such helped me shoot somebody." No, they didn't. No, I didn't. I don't, who who are you? Oh, I have no recollection of who you are. I'm sorry. But I'm going to report and I'm going to make sure I'm safe and the people connected to me are safe because of situations like that. I'm not scared. Are y'all scared?
No, no, I, no, no, just no.
Okay.
I'm not. No.
Okay, and to add on to that question, uh, I can see like from different point of views. Like, say I might not want to report it because I'm scared of what that person might do if they find out I didn't told on them. I'm not one of those type of people, but it is people out there that are scared to say, "Hey, this person's doing that," because it might get back to that person and be like, "Oh, you telling people I'm shooting people now? I'm finna shoot you." So it could be incidents like that. So some people might be scared to address the situation or report a situation.
And I think it just really depends on who the person is, because like people react to things different ways. So like if somebody's gonna say they're gonna shoot somebody up, people might like start getting frantic or something, and then others might just know, I don't know, like know how to respond to it, or just how to stay calm, but report it as well.
That's a good point. Another question said, the shooters were your age. Why is it such frustration with you? I'm gonna pass that question to Shaw Money. Why you think it's so much frustration with us?
I don't even know why they had a gun in the first place. Like, how did you even get a gun to begin with? And why would you bring it to a place where people are just trying to celebrate the Chiefs Super Bowl win unless it was like not a Chiefs fan, like a maybe like a 49ers fan or something, or somebody that just has a lot of anger,
Um, I feel like I'm talking too much, but sorry. To answer the question, to me, I feel like it's the parents. They don't have a good guide to tell them, hey, if you get mad, walk away. If you get mad, at least throw the hands first before you pull out a gun. I feel like it don't even have to be parents, but they don't have someone in their life to tell them, guide them through life, tell them what they need to do, how they should be doing things, and handle things properly. Because I know my mama, I would not be going nowhere with no gun. I don't like to hang around nobody with no gun. So, and that's just how I was raised. So I think it's basically how they were raised.
I'm gonna agree with Tayon. I'm going to agree before y'all start talking real quick. I tell this to people all the time. My parents are thugs. I am not going to lie. My parents are gangsters. No, I'm just playing. But no, my parents. I'm a child of a preacher and a child of a deacon, right? So I'm born and raised in the church. So I'm born and raised with certain values, and my parents make sure that I'm disciplined in a way that I know how to act when I'm in public. So I don't care how mad you make me. I really don't get mad. I get irritated, but I don't get mad. So they always taught me to react rationally before, I start fighting or before, people start shooting to avoid incidents like this. But parents are friends now, and I don't like that. You should not be your child's friend. You should be your child's parent. Let's fix that, and then we can probably fix some of these situations. But go ahead.
Because to add on to your point, like my parents, they are Christians. They are no, they are holy rollers. But once it comes to their child being in danger, 9 times out of 10, that stuff goes out the window. But yeah, so just don't play too much now. But anyways, um, heavy on what Tayon said, it's all about parenting because I was raised, first of all, you don't hit nobody unless they hit you first. So yeah, and then I'm like, y'all, can we just fight? Just hands, put your hands up. Why are we using the guns? And then yeah, it's just on how people were raised. Like that's really the main thing on how they don't know how to deal with certain situations, and really they're raising themselves. To be honest, like they really are.
And I would just
I
like to add a quick thing. I'm sorry, but something that my mother always tells me is she say parents mess up kids, and that goes back if that parent was raised like that, maybe they don't know a different way to raise their child. So that's what could have happened with the children who shot up the place. So
Yeah, like parenting is like the biggest thing, the biggest the biggest problem. Like maybe they didn't have like both parents in the house, or maybe just they just had their dad in the house, or it was just their mom in the house. It just depends on how you were raised, and if you wasn't raised right, then that would be a problem that could have end, that could have happened. But it honestly, it just makes no sense. Why would you? Why are you 16 at the parade with a gun, with a switch? Like, why are you out there with a switch? Like, I just don't understand how the person would have had a gun in the first place. The only way you can get a gun legally, like if you want a gun, you have to go to a gun show to get it. Unless he got it from his friends or something, but I don't understand why he would even have a switch or anything in the first place. Like what? Like maybe it's just I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like why would you have a gun in the first place? You know? This is just all over the city. Like I don't go downtown for that specific reasons, cause mm-mm.
Oh, we missed a couple comments. Hold on.
No, they really were like, whoa.
Listen. Well, real quick, first of all, I agree with all of y'all points about parents, but another reason is because our generation doesn't use our outlets. We don't have outlets to release our anger. And so that's why I'm proud to be a chorister and I'm proud to be a part of the H.Y.P.E program. For those who don't know what H.Y.P.E is, it stands for Helping Youth Plan for Excellence. Both of our programs give youth from everywhere, give youth the opportunity to learn something instead of to go shoot somebody, to go fight somebody, to go do whatever else. And that helps to keep crime out of our neighborhoods, but it helps keep us safe, period, wherever we are. And so I'm proud to be a part of both of those organizations. Us as this group right here, we're a small fraction of the choir, but we're proud to be a part of both of those organizations, helping our youth stay alive and helping them stay positive. But anyway, back to these 12 comments that we just missed. Hold on, Tayon, go ahead.
and like about the outlets, a lot of people don't really have someone they can go to talk. So that's why I at least try to be that friend because I do know people who think, oh, the only way to protect myself is using a gun. So I try to tell them because you know me, I would tell them what I think and my opinion. I'm always express my opinion. I try to tell them, hey, it's other things like that. And if you feel like you can't talk to me as a friend, a lot of my friends talk to my mama. So it's just like you kind of have to force. Well, I wouldn't say force. Let me exit that, but try to be that outlet to one of your friends. If you know somebody, or if you know somebody who knows somebody, try to be that outlet for them because a lot of times they don't know where to go.
I agree. But let's answer this question real quick. Actually, I'm gonna pass this to Raylan and Riley. I want to see what y'all got to say about this. But should the parents of the shooter serve jail time as well?
I think I
I think so, because reporting back to that last question, it's all about how, you were raised, and train up a child in the way that they should go, so when they grow old they will not depart from it. If you teach them in the ways of the Bible times, then they're going to carry that with them. You have to instill these things in your children. If you don't instill them in them, What life are they going to have? What life are they going to have if they go around solving their issues and their problems with anger? Even if we have to report back to the fisticuff times, or they use their hands to fight. We don't even use hands to fight anymore. We use guns. Why does it always have to be a weapon of some sort? It doesn't have to. And some things we fight over is silly stuff.
All right, TD Jakes. Here we go.
I was going to
Don't
say, help the body,
her.
bro.
But listen, it's like, why? My question is, and anyone can answer this, but my question is, when did it come to a point in history where our first instinct is to grab a gun and pull it on somebody?
I can't tell you. I was about to say 2024. 2024. People don't
But
care.
like,
They don't
it's
care.
just sad. It's just sad to see our community go to waste. Like, our community is failing because everybody wants to pull a gun on somebody. It doesn't even have to be it doesn't even have to be our people. You know, an 18-year-old in Uvalde, Texas, shot up a middle school. For what? For what? Do you think that things can change? You know what? At this point, I can say it's impossible for things to change, but I just don't know. I think it's impossible at this point because we've gone down a road that we can't come back from.
I think things can change. It's just gonna take a lot of effort and a lot of bringing our community together to do it. It's not gonna, nothing happens overnight. So it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of patience, and it's just a lot. And to add on to what Raylan was saying about instilling your child with those things, I feel like a lot of parents wait until kids do something just so terrible to start getting on them. Like, no, what they it's saying, like after two or three, that stuff ain't cute no more. So that's when you really need to start getting in on your child, regardless of what their age is. They need to know that from then to when they get to be grown out in the world. So yeah.
I agree. I feel like Raylan gave a super honest answer, especially for a black young man in 2024. I feel like he gave an honest answer saying, right now it's impossible, but then you have Cam on the other side saying, it's going to take a lot of work, but I feel like if we come together and figure it out, if our generation puts the gun down, if we put our fists down and actually find a way to figure out the root of the problem, then we can actually fix the problem. Which brings me to this question. So, what is your responsibility? What is our responsibility in the change that we want to see?
I think our responsibility right now is to put the guns down. Point blank, period. Put them down. Like, even if you don't want to, put it down. Like, it's going to take a while, but we gotta we gotta do it. If we want to see a better community, we have to put in the work in order to see a better community. We can't just want to see a better community and then sit back and do nothing. No, this is our community. This is our generation going out and killing people with weapons. And I hate to see it, but it's like, you got to and I think in this time we need to control our anger issues. And maybe it's not even anger issues, but we have to control, like, if we just got to control it. We got to be the change we want to see in the world. We have to show the world through us that change is possible.
I like that. I like what he said. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
I think it just takes people from our generation just to take a stand, like not being afraid to speak out on certain situations, because I feel like we're just so scared to say something because we're going to get backlash for it, and we don't want that, and we don't want um, rejection and stuff. And like somebody just said, lack of love and support issues, like it's very heavy. It's like very heavy. So I just think it takes for some leadership in our generation at this point.
Okay, this is the last thing I have to say before I have to leave. I have somewhere else to be at. But I feel like if you like put yourself in like somebody, it's time for us to go. I know, but mama. Okay, I know. I'm anyways, I'm sorry. Um, what was I finna say? But if you like put yourself in like a good crowd of people instead of like hanging out with like gang bangers and like stuff like that, if you put yourself in like a good group of friends and like yeah.
On that wonderful note, we're gonna wrap this
I got
up.
one more thing to
Yeah,
say.
everybody do last comments. Do last comments about everything, whether it's about you in the situation or us fixing the situation.
Okay. Yes, my last comment before we leave is basically if you know somebody who's like one of those people, oh, I have to pull out a gun to fix this situation, point them to outlets like Hype. Point them to the choir. They don't really even have to know how to sing for real to be in the choir. I feel like just pointing them to these organizations will help them be try to be a better them. So just making sure you know somebody, pointing them to the outlets that you think will help them.
My last comment before we go, God didn't create us to kill this earth. He created us to love. He created us to worship.
Mm.
He didn't create us to do all this what we're doing right now. And we need to work on that because yeah, we just need to work on
Yeah,
fixing what we're doing right now.
yeah. I think, Jesus said it best. Love your neighbor as I have first loved you. And I think that's what we lack in this community today is I think is self-love. Self-love is in these times are big cuz if you don't have anyone that you can turn to, you can always turn to yourself. You can always turn to yourself and tell yourself, hey, self, I need some help. I need to sit down and help myself. Because I how can other people help you if you don't ask for help? That's really the big question here. How can other people help you if you yourself do not want or do not ask for the help? Be the change you want to see in the world. Take Jesus everywhere you go, and where you can't take him, don't go. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a lot. Um, I what Braylon was saying. It's you just gotta ask for help, and that's just their problem. They want to be, or our problem. We just want to be so independent all the time that we won't take the time just to ask somebody a simple question. It doesn't hurt to ask at all if you go to the right people at least. But I'm just tired of. Dang, I'm trying to go out. I'm sick of being in the house. I'm trying to go out now. Dang, and I can't go out because you over here trying to shoot places up. Golly. But yeah, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, honestly, what Cam just said. I want to go out. I want to experience concerts. I want to do things. I want to go without having to worry of, oh my God, I hope I don't get shot or there's no shooting. Because I'm just thinking the overall thing we got to do is get self love. If you don't have self love, then you need to go to different outlets. There are mental health hotlines. There's different hotlines you can call. Like, it can all kind of be resolved if we just use our our voice and our power, because it all could be resolved. Like, come on, guys.
Look, I agree with everything everybody said, especially Kim, because I don't go nowhere except the church and the school. I kind of want to fix that going into senior year. So let's get it together, y'all. But I have nothing else to say. As you can see on the screen, these are our organizations. The Hype program, again, stands for Helping Youth Plan for Excellence. The Kansas City Boys Choir and Kansas City Girls Choir. We are also here for whatever you may need. We are proud to be a part of both of these organizations. We appreciate, everyone coming in, taking time out of their Saturday, taking time out of their day period to come and have this conversation. It can be traumatic, but we are grateful to God that we are still alive. We're still able to talk. We're still able to do everything. I have nothing else to say. Shout out to Miss Mia and Lady T for helping us put this together. And I'll see y'all later. We'll catch you on the flip.